The opening prayer of this Sunday's Mass, celebrating the gift of the Eucharist, refers to this wonderful sacrament as a memorial of the Passion of Jesus. And one way to understand the Eucharist as a memorial is that it somehow captures or expresses the event of the death of Jesus and why he died. The Eucharist does that by making the death of Jesus on Calvary Hill present again, here and now, on the altar, in a mysterious, mystical, sacramental way. But it also does that, captures, expresses this great event by requiring that we use wheat bread and grape wine for the celebration of Holy Mass. Not only because that's what Jesus did, but for the symbolic value as well. Think about it. You have to grind wheat to make flour for bread. You have to crush grapes to get the juice for wine. In a sense, wheat and grapes have to die to themselves in order to sustain life and to make us glad. And that's okay, because that's their purpose, that's their fulfillment. Wheat and grapes live to give of themselves, live to die in order to bring health and gladness to others. And just so, wheat and grape memorialize the Eucharist. That's the mission and message of Jesus: to suffer and to die in order to give life and gladness to others, to us. And while wheat and grapes obviously have no say in the matter, whether they are crushed or ground, but Jesus did. He said, "I lay down my life freely, cheerfully. It is for this that I have come," Jesus says. Just even to look at Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament recalls his mission and message. That's the attraction of Eucharistic adoration, to look at Jesus, to be reminded not only by the sacramental presence, but by the means for that presence. This wheat bread, wheat that had to be ground in order to make bread, to give life to others. Just to look at Jesus in the sacrament is also the source of the power of processing with the Blessed Sacrament out of doors. Plus, a public procession reminds us of the need to practice our faith not only in church, but outside of church as well. So that people who are suffering, people suffering from COVID, people suffering from fear, people suffering from racism, people suffering from poverty or for any reason, can, by our service outside of church on Monday, they can hear Jesus' message. I live to give life and gladness. The opening prayer for this Mass refers to the Blessed Sacrament as a memorial that Jesus lives to give. An indefinite article, a, instead of because there are additional memorials. In fact, there are as many memorials as there are people who receive Holy Communion. For the sacrament is more than a memorial for us to look at. It is food to eat, transforming us so that we too can say to others, I live to give, and then also actually bring life and gladness to them. May it be so.